All right, welcome back to Animal Rambler, a seasonal podcast talking about tips for your pets. Uh, now, fall, just generally, some people like dressing up their pets. So, I don't know, is that generally a good idea? Do pets actually like that?
Well, I know some smaller dogs, like lap dogs, they kind of enjoy just being pampered in general, but some bigger ones will like fight back against the costume.
Yeah, it makes sense. My dog just sometimes fights back against even accepting love. Oh yeah, by the way, I almost forgot to mention that Natalie's here with me. She's doing the podcast because she's kind of an animal expert. And also, you can hear her better this episode because this time she's actually on the Google Meet instead of over my phone. Or,
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, starting off with that, that's just generally because Halloween is in fall, specifically October 31st. And what's kind of strange though is I actually remember something. So, back a few years ago when I was like a young kid and still trick or treating in my neighborhood, I actually so usually a dog that barks at anybody who goes by was actually calm on Halloween, which
That's
was
nice.
yeah, it's kind of a change of pace.
Yeah, there's a dog on my street that's a little aggressive when you walk by, but what can you do?
Yeah, and then generally, oh yeah, that's right, Natalie. So I checked your mom's channel's community page, and she posted on there for Halloween like a bunch of stuff that has to do with hedgehogs. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, our hedgehog is kind of quote unquote famous. She's been going around to a lot of different summer camps and
Wow,
events to teach people about hedgehogs.
interesting. So you
Yeah,
actually are getting to what specific places have has your hedgehog been to?
well, mostly animal allies because the place that we got the hedgehog from is this lady, and she is amazing and rescues hedgehogs and teaches people about them. So she borrows Maggie from time to time, which, in case you didn't know, is my hedgehog's name for everybody. And she goes and educates people on like how to take care of a hedgehog, and she mostly educates kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. You gotta learn about the hedgehogs because, of course, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that they're spiky, but just for young kids, do not pet your hedgehog. It will do the quill thing. What's it called? It's called
Spiking.
what?
Spiking.
Yeah, okay. It will spike you. Okay,
Yeah.
that honestly kind of sounds like though it will spike you, as in like as if humans are like spike balls to hedgehogs. But if
Yeah.
hedgehogs didn't have quills, it would be like the other way around due to stats. But even if they didn't, do not spike your pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not part of PETA, but we will get after you.
Yeah.
Make sure that
Just in general with hedgehogs, don't really like come up behind them and like or anything.
and you accidentally muted. You keep accidentally muting yourself.
Sorry.
So could you repeat what you just said?
Yeah. You just in general with hedgehogs, don't really come up behind them and like scare them or anything. Like just let them know that you're there. Sorry, my dog's being crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. My dog can be too. In fact, last night when I got done with my shower, I saw her. She was laying on the corner in the corner of my couch next to my mom. And like she was really in the corner. She was laying on her back and had her head tilted to her right.
That's funny.
I know. A lot of funny stuff that dogs can do. And by the way, this time I decided to get rid of the traditional podcast segments that I usually do because I mean, this is more about pets, so who needs segments, right?
Yeah. Just in general with like fall time, be really careful during like on Halloween when there is trick or treating. If you have like aggressive pets, that might run up to the door and start barking that might like scare a small child. Or if you have like pets that are outdoor pets that might not like it if somebody walks on their yard and stuff, generally try and like let people know.
Yep. And by the way, you actually forgot something. So you mentioned don't bring don't like put pets outside that can scare children. You forgot don't put pets outside that can trample children because that could
Oh
probably
yeah,
give
for
them
sure.
PTSD in the future.
Yeah. Just in like
Is
just
that
be
your dog?
careful and stuff. Yeah. She's excited because there's people walking by.
That makes sense. My dog does that too.
Yeah.
Like she generally like gets hyped up over anything.
Yeah. The whole thing with dogs is like, oh my gosh, hold up.
They bark a lot. All right. So anyway, just generally we've been giving tips about Halloween because that's generally like the fall topic. However, we haven't really been discussing like September and November. I mean, like what are we supposed to like there's not any major stuff for pets that happen and okay, I think
Yeah.
your dog wants things.
Yeah. My dog is actually crazy right now.
All right, so generally we've covered Halloween, but what about like this month, September, and then November?
Well, I would say more when you, if you're planning on bringing your dog somewhere, like if you're planning on bringing them on a little like car ride or anything, it's still hot. So don't leave them in the sun in a car ever. Like it may not be summer hot, but it's still hot.
hmm And also, just a tip. Okay, this is kind of just an ironic thing, or like kind of humor. But I've been binge watching Full House a lot this summer. Like I started the summer on season 1, episode 1, and then now I've been watching the final season. So a funny dog related thing I saw on there the is that the house pet dog comment had an entire there's an entire episode in season 8 about him getting lost on a walk and then falling in love with another dog. Sorry if I'm giving spoilers, but it's just kind of funny. So eventually, he actually is with the other dog on the San Francisco public transport. Yeah, I'm not sure how they didn't notice that, but okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that's
think my
funny.
mom just told me to come up for dinner, so we're gonna have to end it here. And besides, we ran out of pet tips anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
guess
right.
we'll see you guys next
See
month.
you on the next episode. Yeah.
Or not next month. In
Or
in winter. Sorry, I forgot. This is my seasonal podcast, not my monthly one.
yeah.
All right, see you guys.